Hi, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Exos Double Medium Pendant 139605. There's also a smaller version of this and much larger versions of this too. Check them all out. Let's get into the size of the fixture body, and that's going to be the shade and the brackets that are holding the shade and the socket, all independent of what it is hanging from, coming in at 9.69 inches tall. Diameter on this is 23 inches, and that's going to be a metal to metal measurement. The shades are a little smaller. The inner shade is a 15-inch diameter, and the outer shade is a 22-inch diameter. The overall height, that's the distance from the bottom of the fixture to the actual ceiling itself, is coming in as short as 15.9 or as long as 60.5. So this ships with 63 inches of wire, which tells me that if you need this to be longer than my long, which is going to come in at, like I said, 60.5, drop a quick email. Say you need this to be 80 inches long or 140 inches long or something like that. We do customs every day. So we take your email, send it through Hubbardton Forge's customs department where it comes back with an answer. Adds a little time and money, but it's something we do all the time. Okay, Hubbardton's going to be using a system of these interconnecting rods, and a good way to show you information about that is for us to look at the installations instructions now. So if you're on the page for this on Handmade in Vermont, look over on that side of the screen. Midway down, you're going to see a link. It's going to say click here for installations instructions PDF. So look at that. It's going to show you a full parts list. It's going to show you how easily everything goes together. It's also going to show you some nice detailed line drawings of the inside of this and how the sockets are kind of pinwheeled out from each other on their sides. How we do put this together is we're going to put a blanket down or some towels or something. We're going to put the fixture body, that's going to be the part with the sockets. We're not going to put shades on until it's all installed, but we're going to put that down first. And then we're basically just going to take the wire and we're going to run it through these pipes one by one. But before we do that, we have to figure out how long you need your fixture to be, and then you'll notice there's a chart on the page over there on that side. There's also the same chart is going to be on your install sheets, and that's going to show you which combinations of which of these rods you use to get to the listed overall heights that are listed there. So you're going to be getting 3 of the 12s to begin with. You're going to get 1 of the 6, 1 of the 3, and a whole bunch of these little connectors. There's threading on each end of the pipes, and then the little connectors just go in between them. And you're basically going to take your wire and you're going to feed it through the pipes one by one. So you're going to go through a pipe, through a connector, through a pipe, through a connector, and eventually you're going to exit the canopy up on the ceiling. But then you're just going to do this. You're going to put them together, screw them together. It takes 2 seconds. Super clean look. You can barely even see that there's a line there. They do a nice job when they do these. And then you're done and good to go. Canopy up on the ceiling is 6.1 inches in diameter. It's a little more domey than this one is. This is just a sample I had. It's slope ceiling adaptable already to 45 degrees. There's a knuckle built into the top of this, so it's going to let that pivot down. So you guys who have slope ceilings are all set. And this is just going to go over a standard 4-inch junction box. So you'll notice in your parts list there's going to be some brackets that are going to get this to go onto what you guys have at home, which is this, a 4-inch J box. So you should be all set there. Why don't we also talk about the diffuser? So you'll notice there's a glass diffuser on the bottom of this. It's going to set up inside that lower shade, and it's a dome, and the dome always aims up. It's frosted. There's a little bit of a gap between that and the fixture itself to allow air to be sucked in to cool those sockets. Because back when we did only incandescent bulbs, they produced a lot of heat, so you needed to cool those, and that's how you do it. But we don't do incandescent so much anymore. You can if you want to. You can still do up to 100 watt incandescent in each of these sockets. I don't know why you would, but some people might. You've got 3 of these medium base sockets that are up there. Just a regular screw-in bulb. You can get them everywhere. And LEDs are going to be really good for this fixture, I think. The top of it's open, so you're going to get a lot of light going up, hitting your ceiling and bouncing around and giving you ambient light. And you can actually use this for task lighting, like over at that dining room table, other places too, because a lot of light's going to go through that diffuser on the bottom. So as far as bulbs go, you can do a lot. So you've got 3 A19 bulbs. That's a standard size light bulb we all grew up with, right? This is a kind of an old school LED. This is the newer phosphorus LEDs that are clear. If you want to, it's the game. The sky's the limit as far as what you can put in. When you get to LEDs, it's really just like, what can I get into this thing? So you've got 3 of these. I have found these easily into like 60 watt equivalent, 75 watt equivalent. I've found them in 100 watt equivalents at Home Depot, but I've also found them at 150 watt equivalents online. And also I think I found them at 100 watt equivalent in Walmart too. Easy to get, easy to get, easy to get. They're going to offer these to you in different colors of light we talk about a lot. They're going to offer these to you in something called 2700 Kelvin. On the Kelvin scale, that's that kind of yellow-orange light. They're also going to offer these to you in something called daylight, which sounds like it should be warm, but it is not warm. That's that colder blue-white hospital waiting room light, overcast daylight. What we like to use in our showroom is warm white or soft white, and that's going to be 3000 Kelvin. That's what's coming down from these above me, right on my hand. So that's that nice warmth glow that kind of mimics an incandescent bulb we grew up with. So that's what we like to use. Dimmable fixture, just make sure you buy dimmable bulbs for it. That's going to be pretty important. When we get into the shades, the inner shade is going to be natural white Anna, which is a pure white. That's going to let light go through the shade and kind of act like a diffuser. Outer shade is going to give you a couple options on the pull down menu up there. You notice there's a form on the page for this where you can order a bunch of shade samples. You tick a couple boxes, you put your name and address in, and we send them out for free to you in the mail. You'll just order the ones that are actually on that pull down menu, because you're going to notice there's a whole bunch of them on that page, but you only want to go for the ones that are listed right there. Let's get into metal finishes now. If you are on the HandmadeInVermont.com website, look over in the red tabs with the pictures in them over there. You're going to see a Finishes Help Guide tab. Open that up for me. It's going to be a video there of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton forged finishes, how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be referencing a chart just down below, so scroll down a little bit. You're going to see a chart. You can click on that chart, so you can click on dark smoke, you can click on soft gold, doesn't matter. Big page will pop up showing you lots of different things in that finish. You can go back to the chart and you'll notice there's letters A's on them, letter B's on some of those things, and that's going to be showing you this range of variants that you can expect to see on different translucent finishes, but I'll talk about all of that in the video, okay? Okay, showroom. Our showroom in Vermont has over 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton Forge. No other showroom is like this. Hubbardton Forge doesn't even have their own showroom. They use this one. What's on display? We have a great tab on that. And those same red tabs, you're going to see a what's on display page. So open that up. It's going to show you everything we have on display, and including which finish, which shade, all of those things, and what kind of glass it's on there. We're open every day except Sunday, 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We also have an amazing clearance center. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued stuff, showroom samples. You have to come here to use it. Can't call us or email us about it, but it's definitely worth coming in to look at if you're in Vermont. Plus you want to use the showroom anyway, because there's just so much great stuff here to see. Our number in Vermont, 802-446-2400. You can email us 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Love to answer emails, and it's sales@HandmadeInVermont.com. So when you order from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is going to be free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. No tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. And we're the only dealer with 90-day returns, no restocking fee. Nobody else does that. Some larger items are going to be non-returnable. It's going to be really important that you are looking at the fixture on that page and kind of scroll down under the description. It'll tell you if that is the case. And that's usually for really big, giant, huge fixtures, mostly that go out on pallets. Okay, that's it. Rush program. Let's talk about that. So rush program, Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to go out the door. That's production time before your transit time. You always have to add that on too. We offer a rush program that takes you from that 3 to 4 weeks down to a little under 2 weeks. It's a very small addition per line item. So if you have like 1, 2, 3 items, like let's say 3 or 4 outdoor sconces, and they're all the same size and they're all the same finish, that's one line item. So it's very inexpensive to rush those kind of things. Don't be afraid to email us and ask about that. Okay, so that's really it. If you guys have any other questions, let us know. We would love to see you in our showroom sometime. And thanks for stopping in.